I'm Simon Walker. Firstly, I'm a father and a brother. I think that's the most important thing. And then the next thing for my identity would probably be that I'm a lawyer, English solicitor, been doing it since 1989, and that's what my career is. I would say I'm an internationalist, a traveller, an explorer. I've been lucky enough to travel in, I think it's 106 countries, some extensive travels in all parts of the world, and I've lived in, over my time, London, City of London, Oxfordshire, Hong Kong, Thailand, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and then here. And then lastly, I guess I'm still an Englishman. Lifestyle. I wanted somewhere more peaceful. I wanted a change. I've absolutely loved my 2 years in Abu Dhabi, my 12 years in Dubai, and it was time for the next thing. Time to be living by the beach, living by this lagoon here, seeing the flamingos fly past me when I have my 2-hour walk every morning, walking barefoot on the beach. And it was just a lifestyle thing. But I can still work very successfully from here. Everything is online. There aren't really any restrictions. I go to Dubai every couple of weeks to see clients and so on. And it just was a better package for me. I've got a stone villa with a staircase at better pricing for me. I've got more of a community around me, and it works better for me. I love the fact that I've got the mountains just over there. I like to drive up the mountains. I like to hike in the mountains. I love the fact that I've got the beach there. I like to walk on the beach, enjoy nature, swim, so on and so forth. It's a relatively more peaceful life. I have the time to do my educational reading, do my business reading, do my lifestyle reading. I have my little buggy here where I live, and I beetle around and see people. And that's one little world here. And then I go out into the world of Ras Al Khaimah. And it's more like exploring, really. It's more like traveling slightly than life was in Dubai. And so I'm still exploring where I live and the community. It's not just a casino story. Everybody's very excited about the casino and Al Marjan. And of course, that's a huge step for the country. It's going to make all kinds of difference. But it's also selling itself or creating itself as a lifestyle destination as well. It's creating a different model from Abu Dhabi and Dubai, which is the combination of everything that's going to be going on around gaming and gambling, but also many other things. And it's being pretty savvy. The RAK as a jurisdiction for setting up companies is being very successful. It's a very convenient, quick and well-priced solution for people who want an offshore company. You've got the old history of big businesses like RAK Ceramics succeeding, and I think it's got many, many irons in the fire for what the future might hold. To make the deal happen, that's what I do. I do corporate deals, I do business deals. I don't do disputes very much. If there's a dispute or a real estate issue, I've got relationship firms. For me, I'm doing buying and selling companies, doing joint ventures, and my professional purpose is to make sure that the transaction gets done. That involves understanding what's driving the buyer and seller. It involves understanding the culture. I've done these deals in so many countries that you understand the different cultures that are coming at the transactions. And you're a sort of interpersonal navigator to make sure that it gets done. And sometimes have a laugh along the way. Firstly, from a business point of view or social point of view, I see myself as a slight connector. I get around, I know who may be useful to different people for different things, and I try and join them up, and that helps a sort of community in its way. And then more personally, unfortunately my dad committed suicide quite a few years ago, and I've long had a passion for, when I can, helping if people have got a mental health problem, anxiety problem, depression problem, and even addiction problems. And having that experience and going through that experience to try to help my dad before he went that inevitable way means I've got a kind of personal investment and understanding of it. Understanding a middle path, understanding, for me, I've had a lot of experience. I've done most types of transactions as I've gone along. I've got a lot of international experience, so I kind of understand cultures and what drives people, even different drivers for different nationalities. And I think with the benefit of all that experience, I can help navigate a middle path, understanding what both sides need and coming up with a solution that works for everybody. Making it work, making it happen, making the deal complete. That's what I do. My USP for RAK is there aren't many, if any, other English solicitors, and I've been an English solicitor since 1989. That gives a certain quality of international understanding. Abu Dhabi Global Market now is pure English law. DIFC is mainly English law. The sort of preferred law of a transaction these days, and has been for ages and ages for international transactions, is English law. And so I'm sitting on a sweet spot. I've been in the country 14 years. I get the way things are done across the UAE. I get the way things are done internationally beyond that, but I've also got the English law specialisation. Take your time. Don't rush at it. Things move more slowly in Ras Al Khaimah. Be authentic. Look for your crowd. While RAK is quite useful in that for identifying who you may be socialising with or where to socialise. I think cast your net widely, get around. It's all quite obvious statements. How did anyone do the same in any city? But just be open-minded and maybe accept the pace is a little bit slower but quite authentic.